Hi, my name is Greg Jorgensen. I'm a senior sales engineer at Index Engines. And what I want to do today is review a high level here the first step in the workflow for the Index Engine catalog ingestion solution. With the catalog ingestion solution, we could help our clients move from one backup platform to another while still maintaining access and managing that legacy catalog. So this solution is currently available for clients that have a legacy TSM or net backup solution, and we'll be supporting other legacy backup formats for this solution in the near future, in addition to TSM and net backup, which is currently supported. So the first step in the workflow here is Index Engines will place a client agent on the legacy TSM servers that are live. And what we'll do is we'll ingest all of the catalog level information over to the Index Engines appliance. So during this process, we're going to ingest all of the information on the legacy backup tapes that were created from that legacy server. This happens to be a TSM, but like I said, we also support net backup right now. And in addition to the catalog level information, there's going to be all of the file level metadata, as well as the management class properties that maintain the expiration of data that was backed up on those tapes. So that ingestion process is the speed of that's going to be dependent upon the type and age of the TSM servers that you have, what type of data, how many backup sets. There's a few variables there, but we have a pretty efficient process again of ingesting that data over. Once that data is ingested from the legacy TSM or NBU system to the Index Engines appliance, that catalog is now fully managed by Index Engines. Index Engines the services team will work with you and perform some quality checks. That's part of our decommissioning process. And then those legacy servers are decommissioned, and your full catalog management and restore abilities are all performed from the Index Engines interface. The Index Engines 2U appliance will connect to the tape library with a fiber or SAS connection, or using a fiber to SCSI converter. And then we could do restore requests. So you would go and search that catalog and that file level metadata, identify the files that you would need performed to be pulled off tape, and we can extract them directly to disk. In addition to actually having a 2U appliance, there's also an option of a VMware appliance as well, so a software-based appliance for some configurations. And just switching screens here, what this would kind of look like on the server is if I go over to a TSM instance, for example, I could see I queried my TSM server, and I have a list of all the different tapes that are in this TSM set. And I've ingested those into one of our demo systems. So here I'm looking at this TSM barcode, this 1183 tape. Now if I go over to the Index Engines catalog management screen, this is where I ingested that TSM server in our test environment here. If I scroll down, you'll see all of the ingested labels start showing up right here. So here's that same TSM 1183. It's going to show me the backup sets, barcode, create date of the label, and then all of the different backup sets on that tape. And if there are more than one, it'll show up just as I'm showing you here. So what I'm looking at here is a catalog that's been consolidated. So it's multiple catalogs consolidated and managed under the Index Engine system. There are some legacy tapes here that were ingested from an NBU catalog, some from a TSM catalog, as well as some that was manually cataloged by Index Engines. So a mixture of different backup formats that Index Engines scanned the header of the tape and compiled a catalog within the Index Engine system. And like I said, you can consolidate multiple catalogs into one in Index Engines. So you're using one search and reporting and extraction interface from multiple legacy systems. So at this point, I want to show you what it would look like if you have a restore request and you're looking for certain files or file paths that have certain keywords in it. This might be a sample that you might see from the business units that you're supporting. So I'm going to go over here to the search interface within the Index Engines browser. In this interface, what I want to do is I want to build a search that again searches for file, searches for keywords in either the file name or the file path, since that's the request I have from my business unit. I'm going to go here to the query operator field. I'm going to type in the operator for path has the word, let's say, capital in it. That's one of the words they're looking for. Path, or operator, path budget, or path presentation. So what this is going to do, this query here is going to look for files or file folders that have the word either capital, budget, or presentation in them. I want to do this with deduplication turned off, so I'm going to go here to show all, so I turn off my deduplication filters. Back to my query operator, I'm going to run this in the reports tab. I'm going to hit search here. This is going to compile a host of summary reports. So I found here that there were numerous files with the word either path, capital, or budget in the file name itself, or somewhere in the path to the file. I can go here and I can look at owners of those files, for example. I can see who owns files. I could select here owners to call my reports and call by owner if I'd like. And there's other different reports here that I can call by, but what I want to look at is the backup set ID. And let's say for this particular task at hand, you know that you're looking for a particular backup set here. And I know this is this Paraguay right here. This is part of my request. So I'm looking for files on, let's say, the Paraguay server that had these certain attributes in the file name or file path. So by culling from this report, I can then update my search and narrow my focus down into those files I'm looking for. Here there's approximately 140 files that met my search criteria. They're in the backup set that I was looking for, and they have those attributes that the business unit was requesting, files that have presentation, budget, or capital in either the file name or file path. At this point in time, I can go and I could, let's say, look at the metadata for these files. So I'm going to go back to my search operation screen here. I can see all of these files that were search responsive. And I can create a CSV report. And this is going to summarize the metadata in a CSV Excel sheet. So once I have that report opened, I can look at different fields that are in that report to further evaluate the metadata and make sure the files I have here are the right ones for my extraction job. It's going to give me information here on the file name, file path, some different modified access time, creation dates, and all these fields that are reported in here are customizable from your index engine screen. So now that I see here that, I look at the backup set that's confirmed that all these files are in that one backup set that I wanted, what I could do here is I can go over to the index engine search interface. I have all those files selected, and now I'm going to extract them from tape to disk. So I would make sure that the tape barcodes with those backup sets are in the library. I would put a job name here, extraction request 2 maybe. I'd put a destination of where I want those files placed. So if I say here target extraction, put in a username and a password. So this is going to take those files that I selected from the appropriate tapes that are in the library because I loaded my library with all of the tapes that backup set was on. I'm going to perform this extraction request and have all the data extracted to this target directory here, and I put in right credentials to that directory. Once I hit submit, that job is going to go forward. I'm going to be able to track the job under my jobs tab up here and see when that job's completed. And those files can be written either directly to disk in native format, or they can be written to the index engine's legacy backup archive container. And that backup archive container can reside on any CIFS or NFS exportable disk. And you could search that archive. It'd be fully searchable for metadata and keywords content within the index engine's interface and reporting interface that you're seeing right here.